Hey, you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, and today I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone is interested, they can email us at naughtylove2020@gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable, and please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to advertise. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out. One. Good morning. Happy Friday, Naughty Crew. Welcome back to my channel, Naughty Love Movement. It's your host, Nikki, or Naughty, whatever you prefer. Bring you the latest and trending topics in a vlog. My life. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing okay. Good morning, grown woman. Happy Friday. I hope my sound is okay. Cause it was kind of a struggle stream, Naughty Crew. Okay, so hopefully the sound is okay. Please put a one in the chat if you can hear me okay. Got a great show lined up for you. There's a lot going on. Okay, we got Little Rod at 50 Cent's Festival down in Alabama demanding his money from Diddy. Thank you. He's demanding his money from Diddy, the diddler. And word on the curve, Naughty Crew. Homeland Security, they drumming up charges to bring red rum charges against Diddy, okay? And Diddy went over yesterday. He's been behind the scenes trying to do some cleanup work, paying people off for their silence and things like that. Well, to the long list, and this is probably what's taking so long. Probably trying to make connections to certain deletions through the years, and we know the list is long, child. We know the list is long. All right. Greg Cadence, the detective that was originally investigating the Biggie Tupac case, said back in the day, like, he all connected Diddy to it, but he said, you solve one, you'll solve the other. He said it back in the day. What on the curve is they trying to add on the red rum charge. Are we surprised? Hashtag justice for Kim Porter. Okay. Who you think they're going to try to connect them to? Biggie, Tupac, Kim Porter. Oh my God. Like my mind went crazy. Like, ooh, get him, get him, get him. Take that, take that, take that. Take his whole life away. Anyway, let me stop rambling. Also, Karli Red, I'm my nerves. Karli Red from Love and Hip Hop, get on the last, she my last nerve, okay? You know, on like she's like the Erica Kane of Love and Hip Hop, if you ask me. You know, she's always engaged, always married, always got a new man every season. And she's out here running his business about his child's mom. We're gonna get into that. This is all for bring attention to the show. We know Love and Hip Hop. Good morning, Be More Shorty. Love and Hip Hop is running their season. It's been all sorts of drama with Scrappy and Chaotic, and now we're going to add Karli Red to the list. Also, I want to get into Alec Murdaugh. Okay, now they have a Netflix series. It was so good. This was a prominent family south, either North Carolina or South Carolina. I can't remember. But this family was toxic. And it just goes to show no matter how much money you have, if your family is broken, it's broken. Okay. More money, more problems. Okay. All right. So he may be granted a new trial. It's weird, but he is currently incarcerated and charged with the red rum of his son and his wife. All right. So we're gonna get touch on that a little bit. And then we got some politics drama. South Carolina, yes, thank you, Be More Shorty. That's where the Murdaugh family is for. They're very prominent. They own the largest law firm in the town. But it's a case of like nepo babies, just like with Diddy's kids and stuff like that. Like they have been covering and covering and covering up for him instead of addressing his issues. He was an alcoholic, born and bred within his family. They created that alcoholic. Alec Murdaugh, the father that is currently incarcerated, he had an opioid addiction. All right. And it was rumored that they took out the housekeeper too. Like, you know, it just goes to show you can keep trying to lie and cover up your sins. It'll all eventually catch up to you. Hashtag no Diddy. Okay. It don't matter how much money you got. Was done in the dark will to light. All right. And then we're going to get into our politic bag today. You know, Stephen A. Smith is calling out Kamala for not doing interviews and things like that. We got Ply's response to that. We got Donald Trump saying that windmills are deleting bald eagles. I'm just saying, not be cruel. So please like, comment, and share. Okay, if you care, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe because your girl be working hard. All right, this is not my only job. I got a full-time job, I'm a caregiver, you know, and I still make the time to bring y'all the latest and the trending topics. And I vlog my life, so make sure you follow me on all my different social media platforms. They are scrolling below on the banner. And last but not least, of course, donations are always appreciated. Okay, we do not work over here at Naughty Love Movement. We know our value. We know our worth. We stand in our worth. All right, so thumbs up the video. I'm gonna drop this intro, give people a chance to load up in the room, and we gonna dive right in. Thumbs up the video. Hey, grown woman. Hey, be more shorty. Thank y'all for joining me. And yes, shout out to all the caregivers out there. It is also honored because my mama gave me life. Okay, I'm always honored to care for her and take care of her. It's a hard job, you know. It's emotionally taxing. Um, you know, it's a lot. But you know, as children, this is our duty, right? To care for our parents and things like that. Hey, Juanita, happy Friday. To care for our parents in their elderly years and things like that. So one of the things, just so you know, I know with my company that I work for, they afford me a caregiver benefit, and it's been very helpful to keep me on track and to get things in order and things like that. So look into your benefits. You know, sometimes companies offer, hey, D. Smith, offer assistance, you know, well, and I get like free legal advice and everything. So shout out to all the caregivers out there. You know, my hat goes off to you. And we got to be there to support each other mentally. I know Be More Shorty is a caregiver. And so I pray for strength for you every day, my sister. I wake up every morning praying for strength, patience, and peace. Rest be carried. Yes, and we probably were mentally draining too, you know, with them trying to raise us or whatever. So I'll be the woman today. It wasn't for my mom. So shout out to you, mommy. I love you. Okay, she's upstairs hanging right now. Love, 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 love. Love, love, the love. So where do we begin? I want to get into Alec Murdoch first. All right. So it was a Netflix series called The Murdoch Red Rums. Okay. And this was a prominent family out of South Carolina. And it was so many layers unleashed in this series. You know, how it started out, a group of friends that basically grew up together ended up in a boat accident. And the young man that was driving the boat was drunk, inebriated beyond capacity, would not listen to his friends, wouldn't let someone else drive, and ultimately he crashed the boat. And one of the young ladies on the boat tragically lost her life due to his recklessness. And because of that boat accident, it unraveled all the skeletons in that family's closet. They were a prominent family in their community. They earned they owned the highest law firm, you know, the most prominent law firm in the county. But this family, it was discovered that they had a lot of skeletons. They had a lot of skeletons. So it looks like Mr. Murdoch, he may be granted a new trial. We're going to get into it. Please thumbs up the video. Thumbs up the video. Okay. and share, please. Those are all the free ways to support the channel. Yes, Be More Shorty. Alex was a wild man. Yes, he sure was. He had a gambling habit, stole the family funds along with the law firm he worked with. Stole many skeletons. Absolutely. And to add insult to injury, he had an opioid addiction. It's crazy. All right. So shout out to the Talk of Shame. She is a wonderful commentator. I love when she does her commentary. Let's get into it. And then I have some of the court testimony as well. So we're going to get into that too.
Alec Murdaugh may get a new murder trial, all because a county clerk has been accused of tampering with the jury, possibly for her personal gain. Back in March of 2023, Murdaugh, who was a famed South Carolina lawyer, was convicted of murdering his wife and son. Murdaugh's lawyers were seeking a new trial and argued that County Clerk Becky Hill had swayed the jury when she told them, quote, not to be fooled by Murdaugh's emotional testimony. It was alleged that Hill wanted to make sure there was a guilty verdict so that she could make money off of her self-published book about the case. Hill's book was eventually pulled after she admitted to a plagiarized section, and while she did resign and an investigation was opened into her, a judge in January of 2024 said there was insufficient evidence for a new trial for Murdaugh. But now the South Carolina Supreme Court has overruled that previous ruling, and they will now hear arguments for a possible new trial for Murdaugh. Make sure you're following for updates on this trial, as well as other trials I'm covering, including the Tom Girardi trial that I'm leaving to head to right now. Alec Murdaugh may get a new murder trial.
Yes, she has commentary on that too, the Erica Jane case. If we have time, we'll get into that. All right, so yeah, here is a little bit of the testimony. And shout out to Law and Crime Network Sidebar. I follow a lot of their commentary, and congratulations to them. They just hit 1,000 episodes on their YouTube channel. And over here at the Naughty Love Movement, we give credit where credit is due. All of my commentary falls under the Fair Use Act. Okay. We are using this for educational purposes. Now, am I surprised? Let me just put this up real quick. It falls under copyright disclaimer under Section 107. Copyright Act 1976, all right? And copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright 1976, allowances is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. All right, so they have some snippets from the court case and exactly what went down in the testimony with the county court clerk, all right? So let's dive right in. I'm not surprised that he is granted a new child. After all, his profession, he was a lawyer. He's probably making a lot of commissary money up in the prison based off of his law advice, okay? But it just goes to show, it don't matter how decorated you are with degrees and how much money you have, we all fall short as human beings, and I don't put nothing past nobody, okay? So here is the testimony. Here we go.
Did you hear Ms. Becky Hill make any comment about this case before your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
If yes, what did Ms. Hill say?
To watch his actions.
To watch his actions? What else?
To watch him closely.
To watch him closely. Was your verdict on March the 2nd, 2023, in any way with any influenced in any way with any communications by the clerk of court, Becky Hill, in this case?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, please.
All right. Was your verdict influenced in any way by the communications of the clerk of court in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
And how was it influenced?
To me, it felt like she made it seem like he was already guilty.
All right. And I understand that. That's the tenor of the remarks she made. Did that affect your finding of guilty in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
But ultimately, retired Justice Jean Toll didn't find the evidence was sufficient to warrant a new trial, that the verdict wasn't directly affected by what Hill did or did not do. And that didn't come, though, without some parting words and criticism from Ms. Hill.
Ms. Hill denies A, and so the question becomes, was her denial credible? I find that the clerk of court is not completely credible as a witness. Ms. Hill was attracted by the siren call of celebrity. She wanted to write a book about the trial and expressed that as early as November 2022, long before the trial began. She denies that this is so, but I find that she stated to the clerk of court, Rhonda McElveen, and others, her desire for a guilty verdict because it would sell books. She made comments about Murdoch's demeanor as he testified, and she made some of those comments before he testified to at least one and maybe more jurors. Did Clerk of Court Hill's comments have any impact on the verdict of the jury? I find that the answer to this question is no. Each member of this jury took their involuntary assignment very seriously. They obeyed the instructions of the court. They obeyed their oath. These good and decent citizens of Colleton County stood to their duty and rendered their verdict without fear or favor. I simply do not believe that the authority of our South Carolina Supreme Court requires a new trial in a very lengthy trial such as this on the strength of some fleeting and foolish comments by a publicity-influenced clerk of court. This is a matter within the discretion of the trial judge, and I am the trial judge at this moment. I do not feel that I abuse my discretion when I find the defendant's motion for a new trial on the factual record before me must be denied, and it is so ordered.
Hill, by the way, now faces 76 misconduct allegations. She has resigned from her position, and the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division has opened up a probe into whether Hill used her office, her role, for personal gain. But now, the South Carolina Supreme Court has agreed to hear this case, this jury tampering issue. And they will now hear arguments about whether it was improper for Justice Toll to deny a new trial based on these jury tampering allegations. Very, very big win for the defense. Why did the court agree to this? Could this work? Could we see Alec Murdoch 2.0? Well, with that, I had a chance to sit down and chat with Joe McCullough.
Okay, so based on this information, it sounds clearly to me that it was jury tampering. And the woman testified and said that her decision was influenced by what this county clerk was putting out there. Lonnie Crew, y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all think he's gonna be granted a new trial? I think he will. And I believe he deleted that housekeeper. Yeah, be more shorty. The wife confided with the housekeeper. That was like her best friend. He silenced her with money, but she didn't budge, so he eliminated her. Veronica, hey, happy Friday. Veronica said he did that. I saw the documentary on Netflix. Yes, please get these likes up. Get these likes up and subscribe. Thank you. These are all the ways we grow the channel. James said he'll be blown away if he gets off. Smiling in my head. You know what? I don't think he'll get off because I think it's clearly enough evidence. But I think he'll have the right to be granted a new trial. The evidence will be the evidence. I think he'll have the chance to argue the case in front of a new jury since the old one was tainted. And that's what I think they are heading for there. Happy Friday, James. Thank y'all for joining me. So yeah, that's updates. I'll keep my eye on this Naughty Crew. The privilege is real, right? The privilege is real. All right, up next, Little Rod. Okay, you know the diddler is hot on these streets. Okay, the diddler is hot. Hope my sound is okay. The diddler is hot. Now this week we went over how a new great victim has come forward, and basically got a restraining order granted so that Diddy cannot sell off his properties. So we got into that. Shout out to the sidebar and Tasha K for those leads. Diddy is quietly behind the scenes trying to make peace and pay people off for their silence because he knows what's to come. Okay, Homeland Security is not playing. They are trying to bring him up on trafficking charges on all levels, from the Blickies to SCX to DRUG. Okay, and now they're working on, word on the curve is they're working on adding red rum, which I would not be surprised. It's just like about time, because in my humble opinion, I feel like the diddler is the real iller. Okay, it's too many suspicious coincidences that happen around him, and I believe that man ego and head got so big, he thought he was untouchable at some point. Well, it's time to pay the piper, Diddy. Don't drop the soap. Take that, take that, take that. Okay? Which I feel like he'll be very comfortable in prison. I'm sorry. Thank you, thank you. Yes, Keefy D helped with the Biggie and Tupac cases. And I'll remind you of Greg Cadence, the original investigator, who said back in the day, like, you solve one, you'll solve them both. Okay. And they connected Diddy to it back then. But because Diddy has a lot of law enforcement on his payroll, and see, that's what I'm interested to see after this is all over. I want to see those law enforcement officers that were on his payroll brought to justice as well. Because you had one job to protect and serve. And someone comes with some money and you forget about your duties. Okay. Like I would like to see some of these officers held accountable for helping him cover up all these crimes through the years, because y'all helped create this monster along with the industry, along with all his baby mamas and his mother, all of them. Okay. They helped create that monster. Be more shorty. She said Freaky Diddy is going to be comfy in jail, but not general population though. Home monitor possibly. Hey Bree, hey. Eric Adams got him too. Hey Bree, I hope everything's going okay with your studies. Is down in Alabama at 50 Cent Festival. He went live. Okay. Demanding his money. Let me see where I want to go. What source I want to use. Shout out, happy heavenly birthday to Nipsey Hussle. He would have been 39 today, and I think the diddler got something to do with that too. I'm just saying, I'm throwing it out. I'm throwing it out there. All right, so Little Rod goes on live with what's his name? C Murder? Not Master P. Uncle Erder. Okay. They went live at Hollywood Unlocked for this piece. And he's demanding his money by Monday, honey. Okay, here we go.
Got my nigga that sued Diddy for all that bread, nigga. Stop playing, nigga. You heard? My boy want that check, nigga. You know, human harmony, nigga. I'm just saying. Wrap up vibes. Whoa! Want that money by Monday, Diddy.
So Little Rod claims he has so much evidence against the diddler. Hashtag no Diddy. So Little Rod didn't necessarily make the claim, but Uncle Erder decided to speak on his behalf. Let me see if I got more clips of this. Okay. Shout out to the Jasmine Brown. Let me see what she got.
Got my nigga that suing Diddy for all that bread, nigga. Stop playing, nigga.
All right. So, I mean, Diddy hasn't settled yet. So, oh, no, the case has not been settled, Bree. Yes, it's giving scoring lover. You know, Little Rod, he probably swing both ways, and that's his first. Look, to each his own. You can sleep with whoever you want. Not a GoFundMe, them accounts. Oh, Little Rod. So let's just say, you know, people are taunting Diddy all over the place. They trying to extort him. You know, he a little weak sauce right now. He a little weak sauce right now. So they making demands. Diddy is scrambling behind the scenes. I think Diddy is nervous at this point. He don't know what's gonna come. But we'll see. I'll keep my eyes on it. But you know, people are gonna troll every opportunity that they can. Shout out to Spice, okay, because she has been breaking some barriers. She is now working on a Love and Hip Hop album, which I think is a dope idea. And I think this is her season. You know, Spice, she's been in the music industry for a very long time. She's one of my favorites since Patra. But congratulations to her. She dropped a new album. Let me see. Here we go. Spice's new album, Mirror 25, dominates alum charts worldwide, and fans are loving it. Shout out to the neighborhood talk. This footage, everyone is loving Spice's official new album, Mirror 25, which peaked at #2 on the USA All Genres iTunes charts. The album is currently #1 on the reggae iTunes chart since its release. So shout out to Spice.
Who's the prettiest of them all?
Has anybody heard? Has anybody heard the album? I think I'm gonna check it out.
Jump over west, jump over bad energy.
All right, so they're making all type of TikToks off of it. So shout out to her.
From Jamaica. Okay. One rock out and go on real bad and dirty. Plain Spice, Queen of Dancehall from Jamaica.
Yes, I think she is the reigning queen of dancehall.
And Beyonce. And I just want to clarify, this was not an album. I feel like this was a masterpiece. It was Chef's Kiss. Something else what I liked about this album was very versatile, because if you wanted to skin out your pum pum, there's a song for you. If you wanted to praise the Lord, I predict that this album will probably get.
So she's very influential, and I just want to give homegirl her flowers. I want to give her flowers as a dark skinned girl. But you know who else gave her flowers? Nicki Minaj, which I was very happy to see her in a positive light. Shout out to Nicki Minaj gives Spice her flowers. Shows love to the Queen of Dancehall's newest album.
And make sure you guys support dancehall queen the Queen of Dancehall album. It dropped. So guys, so I did a little drop on there. Did the Barb's peep that I did a little drop on Spice album? So, did y'all get into the songs, even just a few that I just played off of Spice's new album? Yo! She has elevated in every way on this project as a whole. So wow. What a dope, dramatic intro. And yeah.
Happy Friday, do rags. All right, so there it is. I just downloaded it. I can't wait to hear the whole thing.
Did y'all get?
I haven't heard. She's number one on iTunes, and this year she's number two on iTunes top albums. So she's number one for the reggae, but she's number two. So shout out to Spice. I'm here to give her flowers. She's doing that. Okay. Hey, Deshaun. Happy Friday. Oh, Jarrell, let's not even get into it. I'm just happy that, I did this, because people are always saying that Nicki Minaj doesn't support anyone, and she came out and supported, and this is positive for her. And so let's just ride on that, because she is on tour. Maybe she's tired. I don't want to make any assumptions. All right. So speaking of love and hip hop, let's get into the Karli Red drama. Karli Red gets on my nerves, and she strikes me as messy, very insecure. She does not know her worth, and that's why she be getting with all these busters. Like I said earlier, I look at her, she's like the Erica Kane of love and hip hop. Erica Kane from All My Children. She always had a new man, always getting married and things like that, right? So she out here being messy, and these are some of the ways that I feel she's messy. Now, to be all up in everybody's business, but when it comes to her own, she want to be extra. So this is just an example, and then we're going to get into the baby mama drama she has caused. Okay. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked for this footage. Karli Red says, don't comment under any circumstances. Well, girl, you got a new one every year, so how we going to keep up? I'll wait for a Naughty Crew. How we going to keep up? Let's see what she got to say with her message.
You don't want your friends to be cool with your man? Not even if I die. Karli, not even if you die? Why is that? Not even if me and you in a car, we get in a car accident and I need to go to the hospital and you need to call don't call them. Why? Because isn't that how they were able to surprise? I'm not insecure or anything like that. Just don't hit up my man. For nothing. They shouldn't have his number. He shouldn't have theirs. No circumstances. What if they knew each other before? If you knew him before and you guys were already, you guys were already friends, but if I introduced you to him? Absolutely not. No. If you knew him before, it's nothing I could do about it. Y'all were cool before.
We are the morning hustle.
You don't want your friends to be cool with your man? Not even if I die. God.
Do y'all agree with her? Me personally, I always, if it's something I need, I always go through my friend first and let them lead the way. If they want me to have the number, but I will never store it. My best friend, her man, he be like, Nick, you ain't store my number, because he'll call me for something or whatever, with her permission, of course. But I don't know. Y'all think she insecure for this? Karli is just messy. She is messy, okay? And the other day I reported on her because she's recently engaged, and she said something about like they have a boy on the way. Now Karli is very competitive, and all the red flags could be on the wall, and Karli would ignore them. And then she'd be on Love and Hip Hop, crying, talking about, oh my God, I didn't know he was like this, when it was right in your face the whole time. Oblivious. You want to act oblivious and act like you didn't know. That this man was toxic, right? So here's where we were the other day. She started with this. Yes, you talk through her. But if it's an emergency or something, and something happens to my friend, and I need to communicate, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to communicate to my friend partner. Here we go. Here, shout out to Neighborhood Talk.
Pregnant. So
And I was wondering why Karli.
I'm about to be pregnant. So
wait, listen, you were giving us a lot of tea.
Yeah.
Listen, I gotta
I'm about to have a boy.
Wait, you gotta explain further.
Yeah,
so
I
are you
can't.
Are you
I
pregnant?
can't.
You're about to have surrogacy?
I can't.
Karli?
That's all I can say.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so let me just repeat that. You're about to be pregnant, or you're about to have.
I can't say no more.
All right, I will. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Nice. Okay.
Okay, so I'm like, why is she saying this? Karli is 51. Her child is grown. She is a grandmother. Okay. She's got businesses. I'll give her that. She know how to get to the bag. All right. I liked her on that series, Saints and Sinners. She landed a role or whatever, but her love life is always a hot, stinking mess. And I'm like, why is Karli doing this? Why start all over at 51? Yes, be more shorty. Karli is collecting rings like Infinity Stones. Absolutely. All right. So after she said this, come to find out, her fiance has a baby on the way, and the baby mama, well, had a baby way when they first started. Number one, like number thing with me when it comes to dating, I look at men and how old their children are, and if your kids is real young, that's a no deal for me. That's a no deal for me because you still probably the baby mama, okay? Like if your child is months old and stuff like that, y'all too connected. Y'all soul ties right now. Like that baby run your life. So how could you possibly have time for a new relationship, right? For me personally, it's red flag. It's red flag. All right, so Karli, she sat on another podcast. Hold on. These Love and Hip Hop folks, they just messy, messy, messy. Please thumb up the video. Thank you. Please and thank you. And share if you care. Share if you care. Okay. So on the same podcast, let me make sure this is the right one. Yeah, this is it. All right. And I just really feel like Karli is too she too old for this mess. She too old for this. It's like, Karli, grow up. You 50, girl. What are you doing? Shout out to the Neighborhood Talks for this clip. So on that same podcast where she said that she's gonna be pregnant, she's gonna have a boy, but she can't say nothing. Oops, oops, oops. I'm like, why is Karli doing this? Because she's very competitive. She's very insecure. And we gonna find out why. Here we go.
He showed me who she was. He was like, she's pregnant, whatever. And I was like, okay. He was like, but I don't know.
know if it's mine because you can't tell.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know if it's mine because you couldn't get the results right away. And he showed me who she was. She knew who I was. She knew very well that we were together. He didn't
Wait, pause. So you dating this man, he telling you about a baby, and I appreciate you being upfront and honest, but he tell you some gaslighting line talking about, oh, I don't know if it's mine, and you can't get the results. Karli, I call bull swinky, because now you can do DNA from within a womb. Bull swinky. This is a storyline for next season.
say, oh, I'm gonna keep out, you know what I mean? Whatever. And he's the type of person, he's not gonna like, okay, so then finally, recently, he just found out that it was his.
Oh,
but we stayed together through it. She's a beautiful, you know, I'm so happy to have her in our lives. You know, I'm so happy. She's a beautiful little girl. I get along, you know, I don't have any ill will towards the mother. And you know, we're gonna be a blended family. I mean, he met me on our first date. He told me, he said, babe, I think somebody's pregnant. You know, it's the girl. He showed me who she was. He was like, she's pregnant.
That's a red flag, me, because you irresponsible with your seed and all like that. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all, this is starting off all bad. This is red flags, just like Jennifer Williams and her hot mess of an engagement she got going on. She over there counting down to getting married to a scammer. Jennifer, girl, bye. All these women need to go sit their asses down. Red flags. Well, the baby mama did not like this. She did not like her comment about being a blended family, and she came out with the receipt. Okay. So, baby mama of Karli Red's fiance responds to her calling them a blended family is crazy. Baby, little whoppy. She ain't cuter than my little cousin now. Shout out to Kaylee. Okay, she is so cute. She celebrated 2 months. The Delulu, Jazz. Oh, he owns Now That's TV. Makes sense. Thank you for the tidbits, Couture Bag. He owns Now That's TV. Now it all makes sense. Karli after the bag. So she needs to get some child support. I feel like she competing with the baby mama. What y'all think? Mm-hmm. It's given she jealous. And she gonna have a baby just so she can compete with the baby mama. So she, the baby mother also had more to say. She revealed that Karli replied. She said, let me see, because an ugly baby from an ugly girl can't keep a man, but I can. Check his body. My name is written in a tattoo. Karli, you saying all this now until he play you the out like he did her. He probably was still in with a girl. Okay? You went for this man, and you calling her ugly? Then she goes on to disparage her further and say, now you should know a baby from a ugly ass girl can't keep. I can. 2 kids, different baby daddies. My name is written all over him. We got a planned pregnancy over here. This is what Karli's saying to that girl, which I think is disgusting. She's competing with this young lady. She full of it. She full of it. And now you having a planned baby? Girl, he was just hopping bed, not using condoms. Karli is delusional. I'm sorry. Baby mama had more to say after she exposed what Karli posted. Here we go.
And somebody said, I don't know, talking about your man's first child is low. It's very fucking low. I will never respect or want to be cool or have a blended family with nobody that talked about my motherfucking kids. And what motherfucking world do you think I'm about to sit back and be like, oh, okay, No, it's not gonna fucking happen. No sister wives, no none of that. I been told Tilo that when I saw Karli, I was going to say something to her. I have not ran into the bitch. But for y'all to keep, I'm not no bitter baby mama. If she want to sit here and have a motherfucking baby her age, go ahead. If you want to walk down the aisle with 10, 20, 30 bitches, go ahead. I have to deal with that man for the rest of my life. A ring don't keep a nigga. A baby don't keep a nigga. Nothing keeps a nigga that don't want to be kept, baby. I don't give a fuck about what y'all got going on. I could care less. I don't care. I'm 25 years old. You think the next motherfucker gonna care? I got 3 kids. No, you did me a favor. Now you have to worry about that man cheating on you. You put me back in the streets. And somebody said, I don't know, talking about your man's first child is low. It's very fucking low.
So any hope for having a blended family is over, right? First of all, I don't like how she disparaged her and said, like, oh, she got 2 kids by 2 baby daddies. You're about to too. You in the same boat, you know, and this man has money. Best believe he's gonna be exercising his rights. Not too long, Karli. I remember Young Jock and them was dragging you for having BV, bacterial imbalance, pH balance problem. Okay, and now you feel like you got this man wrapped around your finger. He gonna do you just like he did her. And if she's smart, she'll pay attention to what this baby mama is saying. I want to hear it again. He's for the streets. That's what she's telling you. Here we go. Come on. And James, I saw your comment. 51 acting 20. It's crazy. It's giving Karli you're jealous and insecure. And this girl, she 25. Her snapback is real, honey. Okay? Listen to what the baby mama is saying, Karli, you idiot.
You put me back in the streets. And somebody said, I don't know, talking about your man's first child is low. It's very fucking low. I will never respect or want to be cool or have a blended family with nobody that talked about my motherfucking kids. And what motherfucking world do you think I'm about to sit back and be like, oh, okay, no, it's not gonna fucking happen. No sister wives, no none of that. I been told Tilo that when I saw Karli, I was going to say something to her. I have not ran into the bitch. But for y'all to keep, I'm not no bitter baby mama. If she want to sit here and have a motherfucking baby her age, go ahead. If you want to walk down the aisle with 10, 20, 30 bitches, go ahead. I have to deal with that man for the rest of my life. A ring don't keep a nigga. A baby don't keep a nigga. Nothing keeps a nigga that don't want to be kept, baby. I don't give a fuck about what y'all got going on. I could care less. I don't care. I'm 25 years old. You think the next motherfucker gonna care? I got 3 kids. No, you did me a favor. Now you have to worry about that man cheating on you. You put me back in the streets. And somebody
Karli better pay attention to what that woman is saying about her fiance, her man. You know, I be so tired because women be so quick to get mad at the other woman, right? Instead of looking at that man and holding that man accountable. He chose to lay down with her. He chose to make a baby with her. Who was she was in the club days after having the baby? You know, I mean, it is what it is. Literally half her age. Yes, be more shorty. Yes. It's giving Erica and Scrappy with a twist of Rashida and Kirk. They all toxic as toxic come. Oh, she sound like Megan Thee Stallion a little bit. Yeah, so I just really feel like Karli was being messy, her usual, her normal messy self. You know, she always the pot. I think Karli deals with narcissism on top of insecurity. It's just really, really sad. At her age that she's still playing these games with these younger chicks. Like, stop trying to compete, all right? Speaking of loving hip hop, Erica Dixon out here debunking pregnancy rumors. Yes, it is ghetto, Bree. It is so ghetto. And now you want to compete and have a baby. Like, you want to be better off. So you want to be old as hell walking around with a baby because you want to end up a single mama because he probably for the streets anyway. Because now that TV, they just as trashy as Zeus Network, okay? Another trafficking ring. So here is Erica Dixon, okay, talking about her and Scrappy's relationship. Here we go. Brace yourself. That's like Israel. They're gonna do anything to keep that show going.
I see the P word. Y'all finna aggravate me. They be trying to jinx me the P word. Somebody said Erica not pregnant, so I guess somebody else is not pregnant. I am not pregnant. I am almost at a 2-year mark, honey, for celibacy. So yeah, you ain't gotta worry about that ever. And I'm fixing my nose ring because y'all are trying to take this. Like she ridiculous her nose on live, just turning it. Why I see the P word? Y'all finna aggravate me. They be trying to jinx me the P word.
Shout out for dropping this footage. So Erica is debunking pregnancy rumors, and she is saying that she is now celibate, which I think is a good thing because she makes horrible choices in men. Okay. Ethan, I thought this was really dope. One of my favorite movies is Love and Basketball. One of my favorite movies. Love me some Omar Epps. On my chocolate lover list. I told you it was Big Daddy Kane, it's Marsh Chestnut, and Omar Epps. They my chocolate lovers in my head. Okay. But Sanaa Lathan was spotted at the LA Sparks game, which I thought was dope. Her going out to show their support. If you don't know, in the movie Love and Basketball, that's the team she got drafted to in the end. So I thought this was a full moment. So she looks great. So it was a little Love and Basketball reunion. Love that movie. And here's the scene at the end of the movie. You know, when Omar Epps was holding the baby because, you know, he got his injury. He was such an asshole in that movie when he got older. He was always a cocky mess in that movie. But he couldn't deny his heart. So I thought this was dope. I thought this was dope. I don't know. It's a lesbian. I don't know. You just don't hear her dating a lot. I mean, back in the day, we heard rumors about. Look, the rumors are the rumors. But I thought that was a full circle moment, and that's like one of my favorite movies. So I just wanted to show Sanaa Lathan some love, and also that's where my youngest daughter's name came from. I love Sanaa so much, so I added Sanaya or whatever. But yeah, love it, love it, love it. Up next, I want to get into this judge. He had handcuffed. It's a Detroit judge. He had handcuffed a teenage girl in handcuffs in a jail uniform for falling asleep on a field trip. All right. And I thought this was kind of harsh. And I'm like, what the blood clot? What the blood clot go on? You know, people are just like misusing their power all over the place. And I'm like, we've done stories, you know, the New York judge, she removed and things like that. Oh my God. Hold on. I got another update on Karli Red's fiance's baby mama. Okay, hold on one second. Before we move on to that judge, that corrupt judge, I missed this piece, so I apologize. I got to get all the tea. Shout out to the neighborhood talk. Baby mama of Karli Red's fiance claims she was jumping Atlanta Abbott family comment. Karli. And this is what Couture Babe was talking about. She was in the club. Look, this is my thing. She's been pregnant for 9 months. Maybe she needed to get out and stuff like that. You know, I'm not even going to judge her for that. But this right here,
that's suspicious.
That's weird.
I'm side-eyeing. So she posted, she said, I just got jumped walking out the club. Let's talk about it. Be for real. I don't know nobody in Atlanta to beef with. What the F? That's weird. Cardi Ray, you want some Cardi B shit? You want some Bell Kanana shit? Who knows in Atlanta? Because they buck wild. So that's what Couture Bay was talking about. She was at the club. You know what? Look, she just, it's her baby daddy. You think it came from him? What's the background of him? He toxic like that? That's crazy. Child, people need to really grow up. They need to really grow up. Child. All right, so let's get into this judge. All right, shout out to It's On Site for this next article because this judge is off. Let's see. Here we go.
I spoke to Judge Kenneth King. He stands by what he did, placing a 16-year-old in handcuffs after she was allegedly misbehaving on a field trip in his courtroom.
One thing you'll learn about my courtroom is that I am not a toy. I'm not to be played with.
What started out as an informational field trip with the greeting of Detroit nonprofit Tuesday to the 36th District Court in front of Judge King.
This is the 36th District Court for the city of Detroit. We do just about everything that happens in the city of Detroit.
Quickly turned into Judge King getting visibly agitated over a sleeping student in his courtroom.
You fall asleep in my courtroom one more time, I'm putting you in the back, understood?
Judge King had her removed from the courtroom, but he told me that didn't fix her, quote, attitude. And that's when he pulled out the jail uniform and handcuffs.
That's not something that normally happens, but I felt compelled to do it because I didn't like
I spoke to Judge Kenneth King. He stands by what
the child's attitude.
King says he was trying to teach the teenager a lesson on behavior and respect in court.
I haven't been disrespected like that in a very long time.
He then threatened the girl with jail time.
I'm going to go to sleep tonight while you're sitting in the juvenile detention facility. Was I really going to do that? Probably not. Could I have? Probably so. But that's not what I want to do to a kid who's there on a field trip.
His methods on teaching the youth now raising questions within the legal community. Larry Dubin, a former attorney with a background in legal ethics and now a law professor, making his concerns heard.
Just totally inappropriate. There were so many other ways in which to have helped that young girl learn. I have never seen anything quite like what I saw that took place in the courtroom.
The nonprofit running the field trip tells me in a statement, quote, although the judge was trying to teach a lesson of respect, his
child's attitude.
King says he was trying to teach the teenager.
I feel like this is harsh and extreme punishment. Let me tell you this from this perspective. These kids are disrespectful. People do not have respect for, and not even just kids, grown people as well. They do not have respect for the court of law. Just for an example, in the YSL case, Woody, he up on the stand, falling asleep, making a mockery of the courtroom, disrespected the women and things like that. You know, people need to learn how to conduct themselves when they go in the courtroom, right? Now, do I feel like this was like extremely harsh? There's more to the story, Naughty Crew. Let's get into it. So the child's mom has come out and spoken in regards to this situation. Let's hear what she has to say. Mom of teen, shout out to the Jasmine brand. Mom of the teen, couple sleeping on court field trip, says daughter fatigue due to family not having her in home. Horrible.
King, he stands by what he did, placing a 16-year-old in handcuffs after she was allegedly misbehaving on a field trip.
Okay. So let's see here. So the mother of the we heard that, so I'm not getting into all of that. The mother of the 15-year-old Detroit teenager put in handcuffs during a group trip is calling out the judge, Latoya Till, condemned Judge King for placing her daughter in handcuffs after she fell asleep in the courtroom earlier this week, arguing that the family's living situation has greatly impacted her life. Soraya Till spoke about the matter during a phone interview, claiming that her daughter, Eva Goodman, is now afraid to work and face her peers following the incident. She stated, "My daughter is hurt. She is feeling scared. She didn't." Oh, she trying to make this a money grab. All right. She didn't want to go to work. She feels like as if her peers went against her. She was real nervous and intimidated. She added about the family's current housing situation. We have to bounce around currently because we don't have a permanent address. And so the particular night we got in contact, and as usual, and usually when she goes to work, she's up and planting trees and being active. Eva Goodman works with the profit organization called the Project, which works to improve the green infrastructure of the city. On Tuesday, August, Goodman and others associated with the project to the 36th Kings to watch proceedings and learn from the judge. However, Goodman allegedly fell asleep multiple times, which caused the judge to grow frustrated. So we saw the video footage of the judge yelling at her. You know, I felt like he should have fact checked a little bit and find out why the girl was tired. And it's not like she was a defendant or a criminal being charged in his courtroom. She was on a field trip. Now that I think about it, she was on a field trip. Deshaun said it. On a field trip, if this is scared straight. Right. And it sounds like the young lady is doing some positive things. All right. She's working and things like that. So, you know, this mama needs to together. I know everybody in the world. Well, we have an update, Naughty Crew, on the judge, right? So gone are the days like these judges are not getting away with stuff. They making them holding them accountable, the justice system. So well, shout out to the neighborhood Charles. Detroit judge that placed a teenage girl in handcuffs in a jail uniform for falling asleep has been temporarily removed from the bench. So they feel this is a misuse of power. All right, so we got into that. So that is the update, Naughty Crew. I just wanted to see the story develop. But I'll keep my eye on it to see what happens. But do y'all think he deserves some type of action? Do you think he deserves to lose his job because of this? Y'all let me know in the comments. All right, let's get into our politic bag. There's so much going on there. Oh my gosh. Did y'all hear the story? The kid gets suspended for telling his teacher. Look at Jennifer's foolish ass. She is so dumb. She is so dumb. She is so dumb. Jennifer is counting days till she walks down the aisle. I'm getting excited. 30 days. Whatever, Jennifer. You marrying a whole scammer. You marrying a whole scammer. All right. Let's start with Trump. He's so dumb too. Shout out to his own. So he was fact checked by a reporter. Let's get into this. Shout out to his on site. Here we go.
And you said Harris's crowd sizes were AI and that there weren't people there. There's all kinds of video evidence and people who were there who have proven that false. Can you tell us about why you made that claim?
Well, I can't say what was there, who was there. I can only tell you about ours. We have the biggest crowds ever in the history of politics. We have crowds that nobody's ever seen before, and we continue to have that. We have a level of enthusiasm that nobody's seen before. They want to make America great again. That's what's happening. We're going to make it great again. Right now, we have a failing nation. We're in a failing nation and become in many ways a third world nation, and we're not going to let that happen. Thank you very much.
All right.
And you said Harris's crowd sizes were AI and that there weren't people there. There's all kinds of video evidence and people who were there who have proven that false. Can you tell us about?
I don't even care. He talks in riddles to me. He talks in riddles and he never ever makes sense. Ever. I love these chucks. I think I'm gonna get them. I was looking at them last night. Yeah. Cardi B. She's showing the baby. She's on bed rest right now. That's cute. That's dope. All right. What else is going on in politics world? So shout out to the Shade Room. Meek Mills, you get on my nerves. Go sit down, Meek Mills. Go bunny hop somewhere else, Meek Mills. He's damn ragging. Yeah, the orange guy. We got more on him. So Meek Mills, he said, I want to ask Kamala Harris questions about her past as a DA, even if she had to be tough. All I hear is rumors of her. I would ask her 3 questions about Black and brown men going to prison and her views, and try to help her understand from a survival standpoint she may have never had to encounter. Look, let me tell you, Meek Mills is all about prison reform and all. He's like supposed to be the poster for that. That's how he was able to get off that long probation. And this is my thing. Don't break the law and you don't have to worry about going to prison. Why aren't we talking that language? Why aren't we encouraging people to not break the law so they don't end up in positions where their life is judged by the jury, a judge, and prosecution? Just like, go sit down, Meek. Go sit down. Like, I swear to God, Naughty Crew, this is how I feel about Meek Mills sometimes. Like, because I'm just like over him. He trying to do anything to make himself relevant at this point. And this is how I feel about you, Cheek Mills. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Point blank, period. That's how I feel. It's all type of sound bites coming out of JD Vance. I'm gonna entertain his ignorance. I'm not. I can't. He's ignorant. All right, we got into it the other day. Stephen A. Smith, big ass. He wants to know why Kamala is not doing sit down interviews and things like that. Paula Dean racist ass on the docket. That's a story for another day. I'm gonna dig into that. Can't believe that racist bag. Okay. All right. So they're gonna tell in the Stephen A. Smith, and Meek Mills having questions and concerns for Kamala Harris. Leave it to Plies to light at the situation. Come on, Plies. Let's talk some sense into these people. Shout out to Hollywood Okay, please thumbs up the video. Thumbs up.
Sit on here and play with y'all too long this goddamn morning, but to all the to Mr. Motherfucking why Kamala won't, why she hiding, why she won't sit down and talk to the president, why she won't answer no question. Ain't no motherfucking body hiding from y'all, man. I see that motherfucking lady every day on the motherfucking news. Me on my motherfucking TV. I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but I see it every motherfucking day. Zigzagging the motherfucking car. Don't like she motherfucking hiding me. I know what a motherfucker hiding look like. Motherfucker hiding, and they got a warrant for their motherfucking arrest. They ain't out there zigzagging. I motherfucking know that's what you call hide. That motherfucking lady ain't hiding. That motherfucking lady is working. Y'all just again want to be able to tell a motherfucking black woman what to do and when to motherfucking do it. That lady got 2 motherfucking jobs, several motherfucking jobs. He the motherfucking one that's unemployed. He should be standing night at the motherfucking press house right now. You motherfucking ask me. He ain't got shit else to motherfucking do. Motherfucking lady is the vice president, the number 2, right? Motherfucking sit on here and play with y'all too long this goddamn morning. But to all the to Mr. Motherfucking why Kamala fucking not in as a motherfucking at the top of the motherfucking ticket for the Democratic Party for the 2024 motherfucking presidency, and y'all want to motherfucking know why she motherfucking ain't no motherfucking why nobody hide. Media you want to say, it's been 20 some days she ain't sat down for no interview. Well, how many motherfucking days it been that Trump ain't showed y'all the motherfucking tax return? He ain't showed you before he became the motherfucking president, and he ain't showed you now. How many motherfucking days that's been? How many motherfucking days it's been that we ain't seen no motherfucking doctor who motherfucking the doctor who seen him after that shooting the motherfucking
He's got very valid points. Like, call out Trump for his shenanigans. Where's his tax returns? Where's his medical records? Exactly. I don't feel like Kamala is hiding. I just think Stephen A. Smith is just running his mouth unnecessarily at this point. You know, who's to say she won't sit down? Like, she is working. She's working. Come on, Plies. He always makes sense. Come on.
Pennsylvania. How many days that motherfucker been? Don't you think that's kind of motherfucking strange? We ain't seen no motherfucking medical record. We ain't seen shit. But y'all got so many motherfucking questions for Kamala. How about asking him the $1 million motherfucking question? Why he motherfucking lie so much? Don't y'all think of fucking now in as a motherfucking at the top of the motherfucking ticket for the Democrats so much? Don't y'all think over 10 years somebody could have been that motherfucking smart to ask him the question everybody in America want to know? Why you motherfucking lie so much, man? You don't think that's some shit y'all could have thought of? Motherfucking why somebody? I know motherfucking body hide from y'all. That lady's leading in every battleground state except one. Don't you think what she motherfucking doing is working? Why so much? Don't y'all think over 10 years somebody could have been that motherfucking smart to ask him?
Plies. I agree. And I think it's some chauvinistic patriarchy going on here. Because y'all don't question Trump the way y'all trying to question her. I'm just over the games that they trying to spin, and it must be a slow news week because people don't have to say or whatever. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all agree with Plies, but I agree with her. All right. I didn't like that Stephen A. Smith even said this. Like, support her regardless. All right. And if you want, I really think it's an opportunity for him to troll because he wants the fucking interview with her. Asshole. And I don't want to hear about her life as a prosecutor and things like that. Like, don't break the law if you don't want to be in a prosecution hands. And that's what I felt like with the whole Meek Mill thing. I felt like hip hop community kind of was gaslighting us with that because it's just like you was in the street breaking the law. That's how you ended up on that ass probation. You know, was it unjust, unfair? Yeah, you could say that, but I mean, how many lives did you interrupt and violate? I'm just saying, don't break the law if you don't want to go to jail. I don't know. We the only people, right? That when our folk get out of jail, we be so. I don't know. I just think it's something like double standard about that. Hold on, y'all. Trying to get into my work computer. What else I got on politics? Let's see. Oh, here's another one. Here's another ignorance. See, like, why aren't y'all questioning Trump when he say like this? Okay, here we go. Shout out to Hollywood Lock.
Of playing this game with wind that is ruining everything, killing all your birds, destroying the fields, all these gorgeous fields. You got windmills all over the place, and you have birds. You want to see a bird cemetery? Just go under a windmill. You see thousands of birds dead. The bald eagle, if you kill an eagle, they put you in jail for years. And yet these windmills knock them out like nothing. Instead of playing this game with wind that is ruining everything, killing all your birds.
Why aren't y'all questioning him for saying dumb stuff like this on a regular basis? Nobody sees what's going on here. Nobody sees what's going on here. I don't even think he's capable of running the country with some of the stuff that he's saying. What does bald eagles have to do with anything? It's just nuts. I just don't understand the double standards. But Kamala is busy. Okay, she was out with her sorors this past week. Shout out to Kamala. Keep doing your thing, girl. Keep doing your thing. Black girl magic over here. Okay, Black girl, Indian, whatever. Here we go. Shout out to Revolt News. So, Vice President Kamala is tapping into our powerful resources. Exactly, the Divine Nine, a coalition of historically Black fraternities and sororities. Harris is a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha, and first non-honorary member of the Greek letter organization to become a presidential nominee since Jesse Jackson's campaign in 1998. Go ahead, Kamala. Go ahead. So y'all want to know why she haven't sat down for interview? She's busy.
Sorors, this is a serious matter. And so in this moment, once again, our nation is counting on the leaders in this room to guide us forward, to energize, organize, and mobilize, to register folks to vote, and to get them to the polls in November. Because we know when we organize, mountains move. When we mobilize, nations change. And when we vote, we make history. Sorors,
So I bring this to the forefront. People, especially commentators like Stephen A. Smith and celebrities like Meek Mills, they're going to do anything to deflect and distract, but we just need to stay focused. And the important thing is get out there and vote so that these idiots don't get in the office to run our country. Me personally, I don't feel like Trump did a good job. I feel like he did a lot to destroy this country. Right? But yet they let him get away with saying ignorant stuff like this. Shout out to the jazz and Brown.
Yeah, look, we've taken, with all of the abuse we've taken from the fake news media, all of this horrific abuse we take, And all I want to do is make the country great. All I want to do is have strong borders and good education. We want to have choice for education. So important. So many different things. You would think it would be the other way. We rebuilt the military. We did so many great things. But that's the way it's been for Republicans, and I guess more so for me than anybody in history. And that's okay, because we're leading in the polls. For the most part, we're leading in the polls. We were leading Biden by a lot. We're leading now. But I think when she's exposed, I think we're going to beat her by a lot more than we would have beaten Biden by, because he had a little group of people that have been voting for him for a long time. She doesn't have that. People don't know who she is. As far as the personal attacks, her because of what she's done to the country. I'm very angry at her that she'd weaponized the justice system against me and other people. Very angry at her. I think I'm entitled to personal attacks. I don't have a lot of respect for her. I don't have a lot of respect for her intelligence. And I think she'll be a terrible president. And I think it's very important that we win. And whether the personal attacks are good, bad, I mean, she certainly attacks me personally. She actually called me weird. He's weird. It was just a soundbite. Yeah, look, we've taken, with all of the abuse we've taken from the fake news media, all of this horrific abuse we take.
But yet, Trump is on record calling her itch. Now he's a victim. And she's using the justice system to weaponize against him. Not that he broke the law. Not that he broke the law. No accountability. No accountability. Look, this is politics. They attach each other. That's what they do. You know, but let's stay focused. The patriarchy is feeling weak right now. That's why they're doing all these things to deflect and distract, to tarnish her character. But as you can see, Kamala, she's strong. She's going to keep pushing on. Push, push, push on. I just encourage you guys to get out there and vote, because this is the ignorance that we're facing. Does this seem like a man that's qualified to run the country? A convicted felon, which his thing is coming up. His sentencing is coming up. All right. I don't even know if I want to do this with Sky Jackson. I'm not. I'm just not. Right? I want to end the show on a positive note. Now, Tank sat down with Stephen A. Smith, big ass off behind. Excuse me. All right, on the television, him blowing up the internet, saying that ignorant stuff about love. He sat down to interview Tank, and I just want to get my thoughts on what you think. All right. Which way? Shout out to Morning Juice Spot for this footage.
Go ahead. Chris Brown is, in fact, better than Michael Jackson. What? Do you understand what you're saying? Tank, do you understand what you're saying, my man? I mean, you're admired, you're revered, you're associated with music, my brother. Everybody loves and respects you. Go ahead. Chris Brown is, in fact, better than respects you. We know that Chris Brown is out of this world. I think he's the greatest entertainer on the planet right now, personally. I think he's that. Chris Brown is special, but better than Michael Jackson, 13-time Grammy Award winner. Michael Jackson, the Thriller, the highest selling album of all time. That Michael all Jackson. Time. Things evolve.
Don't play with me. I am not the one.
Oh.
Do y'all agree with Tank? Do y'all think Chris Brown is better than Michael Jackson? No. Chris Brown is definitely talented, and I would never ever take that away from him. But Michael Jackson is this. At the top for me is always Michael Jackson and Prince. Do I think he's better than? I don't know. Let me tell you what Chris is good at. He's really good at keeping his career evolving. He's in all sorts of sounds and things like that. He's not scared to explore. So he has tremendous growth in his talent. I love how he's playing with the Afro beats right now. I think that's a great genre for him to play with and get into for sure. Um, but until he deals with his personal struggles, personality wise, he's always going to be in his own way because Chris Brown can be out of this world. But I believe it's because of the people he surrounds himself with and the different things he dabbles in, allegedly. It stunts his growth, but I think he is so talented. Now, is he better than Michael Jackson? I cannot say that. I cannot say that out my mouth. No, no, no. No, no, no. I think he's close. I definitely think he's close. Like creativity wise and vision and executing that vision, dope. He's a dope. He's a triple threat. He's a dancer, actor, singer, rapper, more than a triple threat. Okay. He had one of the illest diss tracks this year. Chris Brown smashed it against Quavo. Because Quavo's dating Karrueche, okay? But see, on the tail end of that, the oxymoron of it all is just like, Chris, why are you still going crazy over like she has like a permanent restraining order against you? Or had. I don't know if it got dismissed. Y'all relationship, like, why after all these years you're mad because Karrueche moved on? Why are you still bitter, sir? So as talented as he is, then you get the tail end of his mental instability. And that's what I think gets in his way. I think the brother's talented. I think the brother is so talented. I don't want to take that away. I want to see Chris Brown in concert. I'm mad I missed him when he came to Newark, and got caught up in the air and stuff like that. But is he on the level? He's a different version of Michael Jackson. He's the younger version. That's what I would say. Let's see what some of the comments are saying. Let's see what some of the comments are saying. Oh, how is Chris Brown a better artist than Michael Jackson? There would be no Chris Brown without Michael Jackson. Right. Michael Jackson paved the way. And I think Chris Brown does honor Michael Jackson. I think between him and Neo, they're the only two that can really, really like get with Michael Jackson's songs. All right, please. Mike was a global legend. Chris respected the pioneer. Yes, he did. Oh, they went there. They went there, y'all. Tank isn't even better than R. Kelly. Chris Brown isn't even better than Usher. So this debate is meaninglessness. MJ's legacy is top tier, and the comparison is not even close. Wow. Period. Period, period, period. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. I think it's room for all of them. I think Usher's great in his own right. Tank, Tank should just stick to podcasting. His song, Tank did his songs for me. I always felt like the music was over sexualized, and it's just like, you freaky, but they like to swing for both teams. So this African influencer who I love, I love her skincare routine. She like moisturizes and stuff and tells her story. She's talking about African culture. It's not just the African culture that does this. I know a lot of the Caribbean culture. A lot of them migrate to America to get jobs so that they can send money back home to work for their family. in survival. I know this is the culture. I know I've seen it on 90 Day Fiance. It was a young man from Jamaica, and him and his wife, that was a major like sore spot in their relationship. The fact that he would work and send money back home before he would take care of the household, you know. And me personally, I feel like once you get married, that family is your family is the primary responsibility. Your family, they grown adults, they even for themselves. I mean, they can migrate to America too, figure out how to get money. But in the Caribbean culture and African culture, they really stand strong on making sure they send money back home to take care of their families, right? So we're going to end the show on this. But I thought it was interesting, her spin on it, because I always felt like, how do people, I wanted to know, like, as a native, how they really feel, especially the younger generation, about having to continuously take care of your family, all right? Here we
your extended family is such a common African practice that I absolutely hate. I saw my dad doing it, and I don't even know any of my extended family. I saw him doing it with his brothers, with his sisters, with his grandparents, parents, like everyone in the family. As long as you have a job, they expect you to share that money accordingly, and that is just something I will not be participating in it. I already knew I would never participate in this. Like, how do you come and tell me, oh, my kids are starving? Yeah, they're starving because you're fucking lazy. Get off your ass, get a job, and feed your kids. And also, there's this one like extended family member of ours, and she used to ask my dad for money, and she texted me, and she asks me for money. You've been asking my dad for money since before I was born. I was born, I was raised, I grew up. Now you're asking me for money. You lazy son of a bitch. I'm not fitting your habits. I'm not fit. Clearly, you're too lazy to be alive. I will let you starve. The fuck? Sending money back home.
I agree with her. Like, get off your behind and go get a job and take care of yourself. Stop begging. My parents raised us to be very independent and to take care of ourselves. Sometimes I'm not one to be like going around asking people for money. I don't even like borrowing money, but I hate owing people. Okay, but I love her perspective. Like, do you feel like I believe in helping and building the family up, right? So maybe like let's create a business where we can employ the family members. But why should I have to carry that weight on my shoulders to send money back home to take care of people who are able to work? I don't know. I just don't agree with that. Get it, but I just feel like it enables people to be lazy, like she said. And I love her perspective on it. I love her as an influencer. Her name is Elsa Majimbo. She model. As you can see, she does her skincare routine. She told story times about her encounters with Naomi Campbell. So follow her. But I'm glad she was like brutally honest about this. And I think this is how a lot of them, for whatever reason, they scared to speak up to their family. We also saw this situation with Pedro and Chantel on 90 Day Fiance, okay, where he was sending money back home to the DR to take care of his mom and his sister, which they both worked. His mom was a lawyer. So why do you need to send money back home? You married. Your primary responsibility is your wife. And I believe the downfall of the two of them was their families, the outside sources. And that just goes to show you need to keep your personal marriage and stuff like that. You need to hold that sacred and not involve people in your business, because ultimately, look, they got divorced or whatever. So I love my Naughty Crew. Happy Friday to you all. I hope you all enjoyed the show. Let's leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think about these different topics. Let me know what you think about Uncle Erder, the man who robbed money from Diddy, Cardi Reg drama. with her now fiance's baby mama. She's messy. She's trying to compete with a 25-year-old at her grown 51-year-old age. I think Karli's going to do anything to be relevant. She going to knit, tuck, do whatever. She changed her whole face. Karli looks totally different from when she started on Love and Hip Hop. Let me know what you think about Stephen A. Smith and Meek Mills questioning Kamala Harris, like why she's not sitting down for interviews after 20 days. Maybe because she has 100 days to run a campaign and raise money, so she could be in the running to be the next president. Duh. Love plus perspective, but you see, they don't be coming out and questioning Donald Trump and all his antics. The double standards of this country drives me crazy. But I said this in the beginning. A lot of men, especially, and black men, will not vote for Kamala on the simple fact that she's a woman. Period. So the patriarchy is getting nervous. Naughty Crew, okay? We also got into the Detroit judge who handcuffed a 15-year-old for falling asleep in his courtroom. He has now been suspended. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Who else did we get into? Tank saying Chris Brown is better than Mike Tyson. We wish Nipsey Hussle. He would have been turned 39 today. So happy heavenly birthday to Nip. Oh, we also honored Spice as the dancehall queen and Nicki Minaj giving her flowers. Thought that was dope. And yeah, I think that's about it. And I want to say happy 2-month-old birthday to my little cousin, Kaylee Victoria Barnes. He is so adorbs. My little cousin, we got some kids. Happy birthday, boo-bye. Cousin Nikki loves you. She's so cute. A little photo shoot. That's my little cousin and his girl. So cute. Love you all. I appreciate you all joining me. Please like, comment, and share. All right. And you know I always thank my haters.
And I wanna say thank you in case I don't thank you enough.
I thank my haters. I embrace my haters. They help me grow as a human being. Okay. I am. It's beef.
You don't want no problems, you just talk like you do. Let me show you that you don't want no problems.
I love it. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Until next time, Naughty Crew, I'm out. Bye.